Hi, I'm Colton Armstrong, and in this video I'll be walking you through the subject to strategy from 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗃𝗃's Creative Real Estate. This is one of my favorite methods for acquiring properties with little to no money down and without the need for traditional bank financing. It allows you to take over an existing mortgage and control a property without officially assuming the loan. Let's break it down. So what exactly is subject to? In this strategy, you're buying a property subject to the existing financing that's already in place. What that means is the seller's mortgage remains in their name, but you take over the payments, and in exchange, you gain ownership and control of the property. The lender still recognizes the seller as the borrower, but you, the investor, manage the property and handle the payments. The biggest advantage of subject to is that you don't have to qualify for a new mortgage or go through the bank. You're stepping into the seller's shoes, continuing their mortgage payments, which is often a huge relief for sellers who are behind on payments or just want to get out of their mortgage obligations. Why would a seller agree to this? Well, many sellers are motivated by financial difficulties or personal situations that require them to sell quickly, such as foreclosure, divorce, or relocation. The seller might be struggling to keep up with their mortgage payments, and offering them a subject to deal solves their problem by relieving them of the burden of payments and the property itself. You're also helping them avoid foreclosure, which can be a massive hit to their credit. So it's a win-win. They get peace of mind and you acquire a property without having to deal with a bank or come up with a large down payment. Now let's talk about how you benefit. With subject to, you can get into deals with little to no money down. In many cases, all you need to cover is the closing costs or make up any missed payments on the seller's mortgage. This gives you control over the property without having to qualify for a new loan or tap into your own capital reserves. It also gives you immediate cash flow if the property is rented out or has rental potential. You take over a property with an existing mortgage, and as long as the rent or income covers the mortgage payments and expenses, you're cash flowing from day one. Another benefit is flexibility. Subject to deals allow you to be creative. You can choose to rent the property out, sell it for a profit, or even use it as a long-term investment while continuing to make the mortgage payments. Now let's talk about some of the challenges you might face with subject to deals. One thing to be aware of is the due on sale clause. Most mortgages have a clause that says the lender can call the loan due in full if the property is sold or transferred. While this is a possibility, it's rare that lenders actually enforce it, as long as the payments are being made on time. However, it's something you should keep in mind when structuring your deal. Another thing to consider is managing the relationship with the seller. Since the mortgage stays in their name, they may still be concerned about their credit score and whether the payments are being made. It's important to maintain clear communication and be transparent to avoid any issues down the road. So how do you make subject to deals work for you? First, look for motivated sellers. These are people who are behind on payments or need to sell fast. You'll find them in foreclosure listings, distressed properties, or even by direct marketing to homeowners. Second, make sure you're fully aware of the existing mortgage terms. You need to know the interest rate, remaining balance, and any other relevant details before taking over the payments. This will help you determine if the deal is a good fit for your investment goals. And lastly, have a clear exit strategy. Whether you plan to hold the property for long-term cash flow, flip it, or rent it out, make sure you have a plan for how you'll handle the property and the mortgage payments. In summary, subject to is a fantastic way to acquire properties without relying on traditional bank financing. It allows you to control real estate with little upfront capital, generate cash flow, and help motivated sellers in the process. It's a flexible, creative strategy that can open up a world of opportunities for you as an investor. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video where I'll discuss seller financing, another great tool for real estate investors who want to bypass the banks.